feel me? Playoff push, yeah. We're going to the playoffs, yeah, it starts very soon. We got Toronto to do, We're gonna do them in. I don't know who your team is, but I am with the Magic. It don't matter, man. 7 years went through that tragic, and I know. Every organization goes through it though, so I'm sitting back and I know that Terrence Ross gonna shoot them threes, and I know Gucci is gonna take it in. Oh yeah, that's right, he got a shot too. Let me get in. Talking about, man, we got this playoff time. I just love it so much, man. NBA's on my mind. I got the draft coming too, but that's NFL. Let's just stay on topic, man. Magic in the playoffs, dog. Alright, this is Young in Bar. Checking in, signing in from Orlando, Florida. Well, outside Orlando, Florida. Thank you for tuning in. We have a great podcast in store for today. I haven't done a basketball or any sports podcast in a very long time, actually. Like about 2 or 3 months. But putting that aside, the Orlando Magic back in the postseason. It's amazing to actually think that, because a lot of people doubted us. And even now that we're in the playoffs, the little NBA thing that they got going on with the cartoons, and it shows who's in the playoffs, they don't even show the Magic. And that's kind of disrespectful, NBA, considering that, it's been so long since we've been in the playoffs. And, we get no credit. But that's okay. We're going to be under the radar, and I believe that the Orlando Magic are going to surprise some people. And even if they don't, I think they already have surprised a lot of people. And I know that there's a lot of people in Orlando that are just ecstatic because, with everything up against them, and they make the postseason. The transition from the coach, the transition from the players, the organization doing what they need to do to get us back into the promised land. Now, I'm not saying, we're going to come out the first round, but you know what? We don't know. What was that one year Dallas came in, right? And they were the 8th seed, and all you have to do is get in. You just have to get in. But I want to get into some stats real quick, how the Orlando Magic basically got themselves to the postseason. We all know about Vucevic, but, Aaron Gordon, Fournier, Ross, even DJ Augustine coming in. Games played, I'll go down the list with the names I just said. Vooch played 80 games. Aaron Gordon, 78 games. Fournier, 81 games. Terrence Ross, 81. DJ Augustine, 81. This core that we have right now, I believe, it just goes to show their dedication. And these are games that they played, and you don't know if they were 100%. You just don't know. And another one is Jacob Isaac. Oh, man, one of my favorites right now. He played 75 games, but it's just amazing how he has come in, and it's only his second or third year, and he's given that spark and energy, and he's a man of God, so I really approve of him. Let's just put that out there foremost. So, points per game, Vooch, basically, and this is all split, 2018, 2019. You have 20.8 points per game. Gordon with 16, Fournier with 51, Terrence Ross with the same thing, 51. It's just so balanced. At the center, we have had, a great center, which Magic, you need to pay him. They don't let him go. Just like we coughed up that money for Aaron Gordon, so now we need to do it for Vooch. And Terrence Ross is another one we may need to keep as well. And the names that I already stated as well. And Carter Williams, wow, it's amazing because he's only played 12 games for us, and he's done so much, not just points wise, but on the rebounding and defensive end, and our bench, it's not the the most fabulous bench, but when it comes to stats, but when you come to energy, I don't know if you guys have even caught any of the games. It's been amazing to see how after a 3-pointer or a nice dunk, the team jumps up. And the team's so hyped right now, and I'm so proud of them. We putting basketball aside, we all face adversity. We all face hard times. And to stick it out, like I said, the core with Gordon and Vooch, especially those two that after losing Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris, it's like those were good pieces, but they just things happen for a reason. And this coach that came into, oh my goodness, what an outstanding coach of the month. Forget about that. I'd call him coach of the year, but that we got to wait for that. But playoffs, here we come, baby. Here we come. So we play the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors, first round. They have home court advantage, of course, because they're the number 2 seed. But it's amazing. It's amazing to be back in the postseason. I'm happy as a Magic fan. Born and raised here. I'm as old as the Magic. I was born in 89. That's when they were established. And, coincidence, I'm doing a podcast for them. And I was, born in Orlando as well. So, I have so much pride for this team. And even through the grit and grind, I'm always a fan. Just like I'm a Dolphin fan as well. We're getting into that in a whole nother podcast too, because we got the draft coming up. But back to the NBA, my condolences to D Wade and Dirk Nowitzki. I know it was hard for them to probably walk away from the game. I just want to go ahead and take this time to just honor them. They were great. Forget about great basketball players. They were just great people. Dirk with the sense of humor, and just D Wade, what he does for Wade County. It's just amazing. It's amazing what, some of these athletes, what they do for not only just, the league, but for their communities. And that kind of goes, unnoticed a lot of times. But we got about 7 more minutes on this podcast. I thank you for tuning in. The M-Bar Show is definitely in the works of going every week now. We're trying to get back on that tip, but we'll see how it goes. With the new job and everything. It's I've been through the struggle, but you know what? I keep a good cheer. I really do. And I'm just so happy to say that the Magic are in the playoffs. My dad and I, watched for years, especially the past, 7 years of just not making the postseason. And, again, my condolences go to my dad as well, because he's going through a tough time. He just had foot surgery and ankle surgery, so prayers go out to him. And he's just so happy because, like how he got me into the Miami Dolphins, I got him in to the Orlando Magic. He'll even tell you himself, you got me into basketball. And hopefully he'll be home soon. And if not, gonna have to find a way to get up there to the nursing home and watch the game with him, because playoffs. And again, thank you for pressing play and taking time out your day to tune in as well. Anybody that's listening live, this is the M-Bar Show, which M-Bar stands for Mark Belcher, always ready. And, I've come up with that I've had different names for podcasts and my shows, I'm saying, the Young Casper Show is where I was blossoming for a while, and now I'm kind of just starting from the ground up again, and that's okay. I'm very thankful for where I'm at in my life today. I know that I'm a work in progress, and I love sports, and just tune in. Tune in and just keep checking on, like follow me on the Spreaker app or Spreaker.com, the M-Bar Show. And we have great faith portions of episodes. We have, great sports that are episodes that are starting to come back now. So very thankful for all that I get to do. This is my therapy. This is also, I enjoy doing it. I love talking sports. I can talk sports all day. ESPN has nothing on me, but at the same time, I love doing my faith portions of my show. It's all power to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I can't go without saying that. I would feel weird. So with all that being said, let me get back to some stats real quick, and then I'll jump back into a freestyle, because I'm not only a podcaster, I'm a recording artist as well. So I want to get into, let's see, some rebounds. So basically, Vooch averaged double-double. He had 12 rebounds a game, even assist. It's just, he's outstanding. He's outstanding. And like Aaron Gordon, he didn't have like the breakout year that I thought that he might have had, but he contributed to the team to get to the playoffs. And that's more than what any stat could ever, produce. So I said Terrence Ross, another one that's just a great addition, and Carter Williams, we got to sign him for next year as well, I think, because his energy, his defense, like I've already stated in the beginning of this podcast, it was a great pickup. It was a great pickup. So we have the Toronto Raptors up next, game 1. I believe it is tomorrow, and I'm excited. Let's go ahead and finish this out real quick with the freestyle. Yeah. Playoff push. I'ma really go and take the 3 like Terrence Ross, or give it to Vooch. Let's just dunk it. Got some dunking to do. We got some proving to do. A lot of people, man, they don't really give us our dues, but it's okay. Underdogs. We gon' still ball. Let me get up in Toronto like my spirit is there. I just know a lot of people, man, they don't really care. Talk about the magic, tragic. People want to talk about everything like it didn't even happen, man. Have a good day.